The first step in setting up a Pulse Answers plan is setting up the business type from the Pulse of America survey that best represents your business category. You can either scroll through the list of over 560 business types, or you can take a look by category. But the quickest, fastest way is to use the keyword search function and just type in a keyword like lumber. And there it is, building supplies lumberyard. Select that. Now the next step is to define the geographic area that your primary customers come from. Just click on Add New Market and then type in the zip codes, county, or combinations of where your customers come from. This is the majority of where your customers come from. So let's type in 5354, which is the initial 4 digits of the zip codes in our area, and then select the ones that are most representative of where your customers come from. After you've selected those, select Done. Then use this market. If you're like other businesses, you got a good idea of where you're at today, where you want to be 12 months from now. Put in the increase in gross revenue that you want to do over the next 12 months. In other words, how much additional revenue do you want? Let's put in 100,000. Probably like that, right? Then click Next. Now you have a pretty good idea of what you're getting in various categories for your lumberyard, like decking, doors, windows, fencing, etc. Now this page here shows you within those zip codes that you selected for your primary market how much potential consumer spending there is based on the current Pulse of America survey and average spending for that product, such as decking. 6.9% from the current Pulse of America survey on March 31st said, yes, we plan to buy decking in the next 12 months, at an average of $2,976. Well, that represents 1,788 households in your primary market who plan to buy a deck. And at $2,976, that's 5.3 million. How does that compare to what you're doing in decks today? I mean, if you're doing 1 million decks today, over the last 12 months, that means there's a significant additional potential for you. So let's select decking. Now you can change the average decking customer value right here. So let's say at your lumberyard, the average materials for a deck that you sell is $2,500. So you can make the projection extremely focused and representative of your business. You can also, if you want, change the percentage you plan to buy based on your knowledge of your local market. Now let's take a look at some other categories. Fencing. Well, we're doing about $2 million in fencing, so we're doing a heck of a job in fencing. We dominate that market. So let's take a look at some of the other categories. Remember, we want to identify those areas that represent the best potential to get another 100,000 in business. So let's take a look at kitchen cabinets. Wow, 2.8 million just from our local zip codes. We're doing about 500,000 in kitchen cabinets. So let's select that. Now let's take a further look. Oh, lumber, obviously a key product. It's about 12 million in lumber. You know, we're doing now about 1.5 million in lumber, so we'll select that. But our average lumber customer, a lot of handyman people, is about 1,500. So let's change that to 1,500, okay? Well, 1,550. Now continuing and looking at some of the other, remember, this is the products that we asked in the current Pulse of America survey. Roofing. We do a pretty good job. Whoa, 1.4 million is available in composition roofing. And we're doing about 200,000. What about other roofing, including metal roofing, etc.? Boy, 2.8 million. Obviously, we've got some opportunities there. So let's scroll down further here. Windows. Boy, 7 million in windows. What a great opportunity. Once again, we do about, our average window customer is about 3,900. So let's change that. So it's about 6.6 million or 2 million based on our average customer value. Now, what do people plan to do to their home? Take a look at that. Aging in place. We've thought about doing aging in place. Let's see what the opportunity is there. That's about $308,000 in aging in place. Let's also scroll. Remodeling bath. We've been thinking about focusing more on bath remodeling. Wow, 8.3 million. Definitely select that. So after we've selected a few areas that we can get additional business, then select Next. Now, in this step here, what we want to do is from the categories we selected, determine what additional share we should be able to get in each one of those areas. So decking, now watch this. You move the little slider bar here, and if we got additional 2.2% over what we're getting now, or just 39 more customers, that would be almost $100,000 in additional business right there. So let's keep that at 2.2 because that's kind of realistic, getting 39 customers. Kitchen cabinets, well, if we got another just 2% of kitchen cabinet business, that's 57,000. How about lumber? Obviously our core business. If we got just 1% more of lumber, that would be an additional 57,000. Well, look at that. Just in these three categories right here, getting 2.2%, 2%, and 1%, that's an increase of $213,000. Wow. Looking at this, I think we can get another 500,000. Let's take a look at roofing. So in roofing, if we got another 4% in roofing, that would be 58,000. Now, what we want to do is focus here. Remember I said bathroom was extremely important to us? So let's take a look at bathrooms. If we got just 3% more of the bathroom remodeling business, that'd be 253,000. We're at 523,000 increase in business just in those categories. So we've definitely accomplished our goal and more of getting 100,000. So click Finish, and Pulse Answers creates a report for you, showing you how many additional customers you need in each one of those product areas to get, in this case now, 500,000 in additional business. You can do it. There's the opportunity there right within your local zip codes.